So my name's Shaun Murray. I am 33 years old, just turned 33, and I'm a professional wakeboarder and have been riding professionally for 118 years now. All right, so Shaun Murray here. We are in the Sunday semifinals. So we'll see you guys on the water.
This is the House of Style, Shaun Murray.
Wow, that did not go as planned. I was feeling it until I landed on my face and got yanked out of my boots. But it happens sometimes, you know. You ride well sometimes, you don't ride well all the time. And unfortunately, today was a contest. So the thing about a contest is your mind races. I don't hear much of the crowd. I don't hear the music at the contest or the announcer very much, other than when I'm first going off the dock. But I try to keep in my mind while I'm riding at a contest to just have fun while I'm out there. Of course, I want to do well at my tricks, but I enjoy the feeling of riding, and I try to focus on that. Because like 2 weeks prior, I start doing the same tricks over and over, make sure that I've got kind of a bag full of tricks that I can do pretty consistently. The day of the contest, I've got to step aside somewhere so I can go over my run in my head, but also so I can just go pray somewhere. And it's hard to get away at contests, so that spot for me is not as funny as it sounds. It's normally in porta potties. You know, I've been riding professionally since like '95, I think. So going on 14, coming up on my 15th season. I love going out there and just having a good time while I ride. And when I go to the camp and I ride, people are, you know, laughing and hooting and hollering and whatever, and they have a good time, so I have a good time because they're having a good time.
So American, the best American in the world, Shaun Murray. I'm out.
You know, wakeboarding, a lot of times it can be a little bit of a love-hate relationship. You love it on the good days, you hate it on the bad falls. Like, I just had a bell ringer like 2 weeks ago. Like, I hit my head so hard. Just imagine this, stand on the edge of a pool and, you know, you fall back, the nesty plunge, whatever, you just stand there and you fall backwards and hit your head. Do that going like 30 miles an hour. I love a good glassy day. It's not like glassy right now, but just going carving on the butter. Feels great. Yeah, I'd say my faith plays a huge part in my riding and my family life. I grew up in a Christian home. My parents were always very involved with church, and I just grew up at church, going to youth groups, summer camps, everything. So when I got involved with wakeboarding, I was about 18, 19 on a professional level. But I did have my years where I was kind of, you know, I was backsliding and just knew I wasn't doing the right thing, but then I was trying to come up with excuses on, you know, why did God do things this way, and how can he be good if there's so much bad, you know, and just the questions that people pose so that they can refute the existence of God, because as soon as you do that, you don't have any responsibility for anything you do. So I was really doing my best at that. And I just couldn't, I came to a point where I just knew I couldn't anymore, because I just knew deep down inside that God is so much bigger than my questions, and I can't deny his existence, and so I started reading the Bible. I've never read the Bible front to back when I was younger, and I decided, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to try it. There's so many things in there that just blow your mind away. It's amazing. It's amazing. That's a whole nother subject. But once I did that, that was a real strong foothold for me in my daily walk and my life as a Christian.
It's real respectful that he is the rock star that he is, but still is a family man and, you know, a religious figure to everyone.
I see a lot of people missing the love of the sport. They're loving the victory, or they're loving the sponsorship deals. I remember this time that my brother and I've got an older brother, Chris, we were walking through the airport. Andre the Giant was sitting there. And we're like, hey, can we have your autograph? And he turned around and flipped out. Like, he was like, you guys are always bugging me. I can't just sit here and he kind of went off on us. And I don't ever want to give any kid or anyone that feeling. My dad told me when I was young, he says it takes about 5 seconds to form a first impression, and it takes years to change it. You know, just because I can wakeboard decently doesn't make me any better than the next guy.
Like, everybody loves him, nobody has beef with him, and like you can't hold anything against the guy. Like,
I like Shaun. He's funny. He's the legend. He keeps us all in line.
To have my own video game is a pretty surreal thing. Point being, I play a lot of video games, and then for them to have me in a game, it was unreal. Like, it was a crazy experience, and they had us in there, you know, making our characters and taking our input. I brought the programmers out on the lake. They came all the way from San Francisco. We taught them how to wakeboard. It's a good game. Of course, I play as myself when I play my game. I mean, I can't play someone else. I had fun making this movie. Sitting on my dock, I was feeling kinda groovy, so I went out to the water and threw some tricks. Sitting on my drums, our drumsticks, so we can keep the rhythm with the music. And that's what you will do with those sticks. You will pound on the drums and play along with me. You're probably tapping your foot and moving your knee. I am playing just way too long, so this is probably going to be the end of the song right now.